We talk all the time. In group chats, on FaceTime, between classes, and during breaks at work. Words are always flowing. But every now and then it's worth asking, how often are we truly connecting? Are we mindful of our conversations? Why is mindful communication so important? Hey, thanks for being here. Let's have a conversation about something we all experience: how we communicate, how we listen, and how we treat each other in our daily interactions. Sometimes we get so caught up in our own worlds, daily routines, endless notifications, that we forget how powerful our words can be. It's easy to turn inward and miss how our tone, our choice of words, or even our silence can deeply affect others. We may not mean to, but in the rush of life, we can overlook how our communication either lifts someone up or leaves them feeling unseen. A bit of mindfulness, pausing to truly speak and listen, can open the door to deeper connection, understanding, and respect. That's where mindful communication comes in. It's not about saying the perfect thing or always having the right response. It's about being present, fully engaged in the conversation, tuning into not just the words being spoken, but also the emotions, intentions, and unspoken cues beneath them. Mindful communication is about giving the other person your full attention, creating a space where they feel heard and valued, without distractions or rushing to respond. It's about pausing before reacting, noticing the subtle shifts in someone's tone or body language, and being aware of how your own words might land. Rather than just exchanging information, it's about creating a connection where both people are actively involved in the moment, respecting each other's perspectives, and cultivating empathy. It's not avoiding mistakes. It's about acknowledging that none of us are perfect, but still striving to be thoughtful and intentional in the way we communicate. The goal is to foster understanding, compassion, and trust, especially in moments when it matters most. You know that feeling when you're talking and someone's actually listening. It's like in that moment, you're not just another person talking at them. You're someone who matters, someone whose thoughts and feelings are acknowledged. It's a rare and beautiful thing when someone holds space for you in that way, when their attention isn't divided, when they aren't waiting for their turn to speak, but instead are fully present with you. It's like the conversation becomes a shared experience, where there's an unspoken understanding that transcends just the exchange of words. You feel validated, not because of what you're saying necessarily, but because someone is deeply aware of your presence in that moment. It's a connection that's grounded in empathy, where you don't feel rushed or dismissed, but respected. That feeling can shift everything in a conversation. It makes you more open, more honest, and more willing to share because you know you're being truly heard, not just listened to out of obligation. And when both people approach communication with that kind of mindfulness, it creates an environment where real understanding and connection can happen. You can offer that too, just by slowing down, tuning in, and being there without trying to fix everything. Speaking with kindness and clarity can be tough, especially when we're hurt, angry, or tired. In those moments, it's easy to say things we don't mean, things that can leave lasting effects. We've all snapped or spoken in haste and regretted it later. The key is pausing before reacting, taking a breath and remembering the person on the other side is human too. Kindness isn't about suppressing emotions, but expressing them thoughtfully. Clarity ensures your message is heard as intended, without causing unnecessary harm. When we speak with both kindness and clarity, we foster stronger, more respectful connections and create space for real communication, even during difficult conversations. When we speak with kindness and take ownership of our feelings, we create an environment where others are more likely to truly hear us. Instead of saying, "You never care," we can express, "I feel left out when plans happen without me," which opens the door for understanding without blame. Instead of saying, "You're being annoying," we can say, "I need a little space right now if that's okay," which respects both our own needs and the other person's feelings. Speaking this way doesn't make us weak. It actually takes courage. It requires vulnerability and self-awareness, acknowledging our emotions and communicating them in a way that fosters respect and connection. It's not avoiding conflict or pretending everything's fine, but being honest in a way that invites empathy and understanding. By owning our feelings and expressing them thoughtfully, we show strength, integrity, and a deep respect for both ourselves and others. Empathy in a conversation is one of the most powerful gifts you can offer someone. You are attempting to put yourself in the other person's shoe. It's simply saying, "I may not fully get what you're experiencing, but I'm here for you anyway." It's the acknowledgement that, while we may not walk in each other's shoes, we can still stand beside one another with compassion and support. Everyone is carrying something, whether it's visible or hidden. Some people wear their struggles on their sleeves, while others keep them tucked away, behind a mask of normalcy. Yet those unspoken burdens can be just as heavy. When we approach others with empathy instead of judgment, we make space for vulnerability, for true connection. We move beyond surface-level interactions and create an environment where people feel safe enough to share their authentic selves. Empathy doesn't require us to fix the problem or even to fully understand every detail. It's about being present and offering our support, no matter how big or small. In those moments, we build trust, encourage openness, and create a space where connection can thrive, not just because we relate, but because we care deeply. Every time you pause and choose compassion, you're strengthening relationships. You're offering someone a sense of safety, showing that they can trust you. Each moment of empathy builds a foundation of respect and understanding, making you someone people can rely on in times of need. Compassion isn't just a response. It's a choice that deepens connections and fosters trust. And honestly, that matters more than you probably realize. So whether it's a deep talk, a quick reply, or just how you show up for your people, try to be a little more mindful. The way you communicate holds the power to shape how others feel and how they experience the world. When you speak with intention and care, you're doing more than exchanging words. You are creating moments of connection, safety, and truth. You're helping to build a gentler world, more compassionate, and deeply human. With every word, you have the chance to remind someone they matter, to make them feel seen, heard, and deeply valued. Let your voice be a force for good, a voice that builds trust, extends kindness, and brings depth to every conversation. Speak in a way that uplifts, heals, and strengthens, because your words don't just fill the silence. They shape lives.